Hey everybody, Genesis7 here with my first Tales of Krystoria video. Now this is a mobile game that I've been thoroughly enjoying, so I want to bring some content to the channel. So if you want to support that, please let me know with a thumbs up, and if you are new to the channel, we will be covering Tales of Krystoria, so please hit that subscribe button. So without further ado, we are going to be doing a character overview. Now people that are familiar with my channel know how I go down with these character overviews, so I hope that you guys can join me for this one. And as we go into the summer campaign in Tales of Krystoria, we're going to have a character overview of Vague. Now, what I like to do before I go into the character's statistics in game, I like to have a brief history. And since the Tales series is a very big series, it's only natural that I cover some character history. So without further ado, let's have a brief history of Vague. Vague Lundberg is the main protagonist of Tales of Rebirth. He is a human orphan from the village of Souls and adopted to the Bennett family. Claire Bennett is his childhood friend and he is very protective of her. Like all the major characters in game, he is a Force user and uses the Force of Ice, as well as wielding a two-handed sword in battle. Vague himself is a cold, silent young man who is mostly unaware, not ignorant of the problems around him, unless it's happening right in front of his face or involves Claire. And here is a fun fact about Vague. Did you know, although not appearing in person in Tales of Xillia 2, Vague is mentioned in the job needed for a certain contract, in which he rewards the player with the sealed Rebirth weapon in exchange for a diamond. So with Vague's brief history out of the way, let's go into his in-game statistics in Tales of Krystoria. Now all of the statistics you'll be seeing will be based on a maxed out Vague. So with that being known, this is the Midsummer Siesta version of Vague, which will be coming in the summer event. His rarity is SSR, his element is Earth, and his type is Longsword. His max skill is Cold to beat the heat. This will give plus 11% defense to Earth allies. This also gives a 5% chance of Longsword type allies' arts cooldown to reset after use. We will go in more depth with the max skill when we go over the Memoria Stone skill, so let's move on with his arts and attacks. He has a normal attack, which is single target, 100% with one hit. His first art is Dragon Fan Cleave. This will hit a single target with an attack of 170% and will hit 15 times, which is quite a significant number of hits if you are trying to build a chain combo to build the increase of damage. Moving on with that high hit combo, he has Dragon Fang Burst. This is also a single target attack and it has an attack of 180% with 10 hits. So looking at those two arts right there, we can see that he is going to be dishing out quite a number of hits. But the question is, does he have the damage to back it up? Well, we'll go into that after we cover his Mystic Arts, which is Glacial Caliber. Now this will hit all targets and it has an attack of 150% with another 13 hits. So looking at this as a whole, we can see that Vague is hitting a lot of hits. And if you are, again, trying to build up that hit combo for an increase of damage, he is definitely someone you want to be attacking with first. If you are autoing battles, you'll want to put him in first in the lineup so the computer will know that he needs to attack first to build up that combo, but the hits are there to build up that damage. Now going into his Memoria Stone skill, he has Torment 6, which will give you an increase of 120% crit damage. Now before comparing this back to his max skill, let's just have a look at his statistics at max stats of both himself and the Memoria Stone. We can see that he has 25,500 health, he has 2,150 attack power, and he has 3,650 defense. And his Memoria Stone has a max of 10,000 HP, 800 attack, and 1,700 defense. So clearly he has quite a significant amount of defense in both his character and his Memoria skill. So, going back to his max skill and Memoria skill, what do you want to be ascending or awakening? Me personally, I think you should be putting it into Vague the character himself, because you can see that his statistics are higher on the defense. So if you can max that out and get the plus 11 defense to Earth allies, it's pretty significant. He's going to be quite a tank, especially if you're going to be rocking him in arena. Also, if you are going to be rocking him in arena, no pun intended, because he is an Earth element, he is bringing a lot of attacks. Yes, he might not have that high damage, but if he can keep those attacks up at the beginning of your turn, your most powerfulest character will definitely dish out the most damage. And then looking at that second point of Cold to beat the heat, 5% chance of his art's cooldown to reset if you are a longsword type, and of course Vague is a longsword type, and if he uses Dragonfang Cleave or Dragonfang Burst, it has a chance to reset straight away without the cooldown, which further increases those hits at the beginning of a turn. Now, his Memoria skill is probably suited to someone a bit more that might dish out some damage, that needs that boost in crit. Maybe someone that has an increase in crit already, a high damage dealer. You could also put it on Vague himself, because he has quite a number of hits, so the chance of one of those being a crit is quite high. But I think you should be giving him a Memoria stone that is more suited to defense, to keep his tankiness up and keeping him there, because if he's lasting long on the battlefield, he's dishing out those high number of hits, and he is probably going to be the last man standing. So let me know in the comments section below if you are going to be trying to pull for Vague in the summoning pool. I certainly am going to try, because I need some variety, because I have light and dark characters at the moment. So he is definitely someone I want to invest in, because I think he's going to be quite a force to be reckoned with in arena. Very tanky, very high defense, and helping out the chain bonus of attacks. So there we have it, Vague the Midsummer Siesta version in a nutshell. Thank you for joining me. If you want to see more of these character overviews, please let me know. But again, all of your comments and opinions are welcome down below. So again, thank you for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side.